There's a guy out there right now, not more intelligent than you, not more capable, but he's seizing the life that could have been yours while you sit frozen in hesitation, waiting for some imaginary perfect time. He's taking steps. He's increasing his wealth. He's gaining strength. He's claiming every opportunity that could have belonged to you. And one day, 5 years from now, when you're broke, invisible, and forgotten, you'll have no one to hold responsible except yourself. Because here's the harsh truth. The world owes you nothing. It only rewards the daring. So answer this. Are you ready to stop sitting on the sidelines of your own story? Or are you going to keep watching other men claim the rewards you were too afraid to pursue? You feel it, don't you? That quiet, choking fear in your mind whispering, what if I fail? What if I waste my life? Well, you should be afraid. Because every moment you hesitate, another man is out there collecting what's meant for you. He's earning the money you were supposed to make. He's living in the house you once dreamed of. He's behind the wheel of your dream car. And the cruelest part? He's not superior to you in any way. The only difference, he chose to leap while you stayed still. If you don't act now, if you don't decide to take charge of your own life, your future slips away forever. There are no do-overs. There's no someday. There is only this moment. And if you don't move now, you'll be left behind. I don't care who you are, where you were born, or what excuses you've rehearsed in your mind. If you're broke, overweight, fragile, depressed, or invisible, it's on you. No hero is coming to rescue you. No one cares. And if you still believe success will be handed to you simply because you think you deserve it, then you've already lost. Every champion on earth has felt what you're feeling, exhausted, unmotivated, anxious. But what sets them apart? They didn't sit around whining about how unfair everything is. They saw the challenge and did something about it. Winners act. Losers explain. That's the bottom line. You complain about stress? Let me tell you something. Stress is a gift. It's the grindstone that sharpens your edge. It's what separates the fragile from the formidable. The moment you start viewing pressure as a curse is the moment you accept defeat. Weak men fear pressure. Strong men chase it because we understand that pressure is how diamonds are made. You've been fed lies since you were a kid. They told you the goal in life is happiness. They taught you to chase comfort, ease, and peace. Lies. The men who built kingdoms, led armies, and carved their names into history, do you think they were chasing joy? No, they were chasing greatness. They were chasing power. They were chasing a purpose far beyond themselves. And you? You roll out of bed complaining, I'm tired. I don't feel like it today. Enough. Do you think lions wake up and say, I don't feel like hunting today? Of course not, because if they don't hunt, they starve. That's the reality of life. You eat or you go hungry. You fight or you fall. You dominate or you disappear. You want ease? Then prepare to lose. Do you think Alexander the Great craved ease? Do you think Genghis Khan, the men who shaped the world, were looking for comfort? No, they woke up every morning ready to go to war. Because that's what life really is, a battlefield. You're battling yourself. You're battling laziness. You're battling every man chasing the same dream. And if you're not fighting, then you're already losing. But Tate, I'm depressed. So what? Everyone hits low points. I've sat in a prison cell. I've been hunted by governments. I've lost everything. And still, I rise. What's your excuse? The difference between a victor and a failure isn't that the winner never feels pain. It's that he refuses to let pain stop him. You're sitting there, drowning in self-pity while the world takes everything that could have been yours. This system wants you weak. It wants you glued to screens. It wants you broken, defeated, weeping for help you'll never get. And you're letting them win. Let me say this again. No one cares about your pain. No one cares about your struggle. The only thing that counts is this. Do you win or do you lose? And right now, you're losing. But here's the good news. You can change that, but only if you open your eyes. Only if you accept the truth. No one is coming. You have to be your own savior. You have to wake up with a mission to dominate, to conquer, to build the life you were born for. You can either choose discipline or you can choose regret. One path makes you a king. The other leaves you forgotten. The choice is yours. Let me tell you a real story. One no teacher, no soft society, no Instagram influencer would ever dare to tell you because they want you soft. There once were two men. Both started with nothing. No gifts, no favors, no safety net. Same city, same struggle, same options. One of them took risks. The other stayed safe. The first man looked at the world and thought, it's all mine. I just haven't claimed it yet. He saw danger. He saw failure. He saw pain. And he walked into it anyway because he understood one thing. Standing still earns you nothing. The second man? He feared loss. He feared change. He clung to his comfort zone like a lifeboat. He treated life like chess, but never moved a piece. He told himself waiting was wisdom. That maybe, if he was patient, success would knock on his door. But it never did. Years passed. Through struggle, through relentless, unshakable determination, he constructed an empire. He transformed into the kind of man that commands admiration, respect, and even fear from others. He seized what he desired. He forged his own future. The second man? He faded into obscurity, just another anonymous face in the crowd, forgotten and insignificant. Living paycheck to paycheck, watching other men enjoy the life he once fantasized about, all because he lacked the courage to take a chance. And that is exactly where you stand right now, at a crossroads. One way leads to power, wealth, health, and honor, but it's a road paved with risk. The other leads to safety, mediocrity, and a life of being overlooked and dismissed. That's the true gamble. Consider this. Which is more dangerous, trying and failing, or never trying and carrying regret for the rest of your days? Failure is temporary. Regret lasts forever. People often ask me, Tate, what if I take a risk and lose? I tell them, then you rise again. That's the game. Victory doesn't come from avoiding battle. It comes from enduring the blows, learning, and returning stronger. Make no mistake, there's no such thing as a man who succeeds without risk. Look to the history books. Look at billionaires, kings, warriors, and champions. Every one of them wagered on themselves. Everyone faced moments when they could have lost it all. But here's where the truth hits hard. Those who refuse to take risks end up serving those who do. That's the law of the world. The weak labor for the strong. The fearful serve the courageous. Every day you wait. Every day you hesitate. You are making a decision, choosing to be a servant. No one is forcing you to be weak. You're choosing it. So ask yourself, are you the man who claims what he desires? Or the man who watches from the sidelines as someone else lives the life you could have had? The clock is ticking. And if you're not careful, you'll wake up too late. Let me ask, how much time do you think you have left? Because here's the truth. You don't have nearly as much as you believe. Every second that passes is a step closer to your death. This isn't fear-mongering. It's reality. You will die. And when that day comes, what will they say about you? Will they say you were a king, a warrior, a man who risked everything and claimed what was his? Or will they say, he could have been great, but fear held him back? That fear you feel now, the fear of risking, of stepping outside your comfort zone, it's nothing compared to the terror you'll feel on your deathbed, realizing you wasted your life. Regret is the deepest pain a man can endure. More painful than failure, more painful than struggle. Because regret is permanent. You can bounce back from failure. You can rebuild after a loss. but you'll never get back the years spent being weak, scared, and nothing. And let me be clear, no one is coming to rescue you. The world doesn't care about your excuses. It doesn't care about your feelings. You think life is unfair? Good. It is. You think others were born into better situations than you? Of course they were. But sitting around crying about it changes nothing. The world rewards those who act, the men who stop whining and start conquering. The dominant. Tell me, who runs the world? The scared little cowards who play it safe, or the men who stare risk in the eye and say, "Try me"? Power doesn't go to the smartest. Power doesn't go to the best. Power goes to the boldest. You think billionaires got rich by playing it safe? You think kings built empires by waiting for permission? No, they took what was theirs. They bet on themselves when everyone else was too afraid. But you? You sit here hesitating, overthinking, letting fear make your choices. You need to understand something. Every day you hesitate, you lose. Every time you say, "I'll do it tomorrow," you're training your mind to be weak. You're strengthening a habit of failure. And guess what? It only gets worse. The more you avoid risk, the more fear controls you. The more comfort you seek, the weaker you become. Eventually, you'll be so far gone you won't recognize yourself. I've seen it happen, grown men in their 40s with nothing to show for their lives. No power, no money, no respect, only regret. And here's the worst part. They could have had it all. They could have been great. They could have had the cars, the women, the success. But they hesitated. They let fear win. Now they live quietly desperate, watching others seize what they were too scared to take. If that doesn't terrify you, then I don't know what will. You have two options right now. You can keep living like a coward, pretending things will improve on their own. Or you can wake up and take control. This is your one shot, your one life. Will you own it or waste it? Do you know who your greatest enemy is? Time is slipping through your fingers while you sit there, overanalyzing, hesitating, making excuses. Every second you waste is a second lost forever. Yet, you behave as if you have endless time. You don't. Look around. How many men do you know who once had dreams but never acted? How many people promised themselves, "One day I'll succeed," only to find themselves at 40 years old, broke, trapped in a miserable existence with no escape? That's your future if you don't wake up. Fear is a sickness, slowly killing you. The worst part? You are allowing it. You let fear govern you every single day. You let fear silence you, stop you from risking, prevent you from becoming the man you were meant to be. You let fear persuade you that you're not worthy, that you should wait, that maybe next year will be your moment. Next year is a lie. It doesn't exist. What truly exists is right now, this moment. The choice you make today decides if you live a life of power or one filled with regret. Let me ask you this. What happens if you don't change? What happens if you continue living exactly as you are? I'll tell you, you will wake up 5 years from now, 10 years from now, filled with self-hatred. You will watch younger men outpace you. You will see peers you once considered equals build empires while you rot in mediocrity. And the worst? You will have no one to blame but yourself. Regret will devour you. You'll stare in the mirror and see a man who wasted his prime years being weak. When that moment arrives, it will be too late. Because by then, the young hunters will have seized everything, opportunities, wealth, power. And you? You'll be nothing. Just another forgotten man who could have been great, but was too scared to act. Let that sink in. What happens to men who refuse risk? I'll tell you, they become slaves. Not just physically, but mentally, emotionally, financially. They spend their lives serving the men brave enough to take action. Every time you say, "I'll wait," you choose to be a follower. You choose submission. You choose to be ruled by stronger men. That's the divide between winners and losers. A loser asks, "What if I fail?" A winner asks, "What if I don't try?" A loser says, "I'm not ready." A winner says, "I'll figure it out." A loser waits for permission. A winner takes what's his. This world belongs to those who dare to claim it. You can either keep playing it safe, avoiding risks, pretending your comfortable little life is enough, or you can rise. If you don't rise, prepare to be ruled. Because the world doesn't care about cowards. It only remembers those bold enough to seize what they desire. Every second you waste, someone else takes what could have been yours. You think success waits patiently? No, it's stolen while you hesitate. There's a man right now as broke, as lost, as uncertain as you. And do you know what he did? He acted. He didn't wait. He didn't ask permission. He didn't waste time complaining about life's difficulty. He saw opportunity, and he took it. Now he's rich. Now he's powerful. Now he's living the life that could have been yours. And what are you doing? Still waiting. Do you understand what that means? Every second you delay, another man gains ground. He trains while you rest. He builds while you make excuses. He stacks money while you're still dreaming. And guess what? He will crush you. Because that's how this world works. Kill or be killed. You either rise to power, or you get trampled by the men who do. There's no middle ground, no gray area. Winners and losers. Kings and peasants. That's it. If this makes you uncomfortable, good. It means you're waking up. Let me tell you what happens to men who refuse to risk. They get used. You think playing it safe is smart? You think caution protects you? It doesn't. It guarantees failure. History proves it time and again. The weak get conquered. The fearful get enslaved. The hesitant get dominated. And the worst part? They don't fight back. They accept it. They become background players in a world shaped by stronger men. Is that what you want? To be a nobody? A faceless, nameless cog in the machine? The man who had potential but wasted it? Let me tell you, if you keep hesitating, that's exactly what you'll become. Your name forgotten. Your existence meaningless. No legacy. No power. No impact. Just another man who lived and died without ever taking his shot. While you waste time, killers move. Wolves hunt. Men who understand the stakes take over. You think life is unfair? Good. Now you see it for what it is. Life is war. The battlefield doesn't care about your feelings. It rewards only the strongest. The question is, are you one of them? Or just another casualty waiting to happen? The pressure is real. The clock is ticking. You either rise now or never. Enough talk. Enough thinking. Enough waiting. It's time to face the truth. Are you a man of action? Or are you going to keep living like a ghost? Because that's what you are, a ghost. Unseen, unheard, forgotten. You exist, but you don't matter. No respect, no fear, no attention. And that's on you. You've spent years on the sidelines watching stronger men build empires while you waste time scrolling, gaming, making excuses. You keep saying, "One day I'll get serious." One day never comes. You either act now or never, because every second you hesitate, another secures his place at the top. If you won't fight for your spot, you don't deserve one. Here's the challenge, the real test. What will you do today? Not tomorrow, not next week, right now. You say you want success? Prove it. You say you want power? Take it. You say you want respect? Earn it. No more excuses. No more waiting. No more pretending life will hand you what you want. Get up. Make a move. Start building. Start creating a life where people look at you and say, "That's a man who takes what he wants." Because the alternative? You stay where you are, weak, forgotten, irrelevant. Let me be absolutely clear. If you walk away from this moment without acting, you are a lost cause. This is the line in the sand. This is your moment. Step forward or fade into nothing. So, what's it going to be? Are you ready to take what's yours? Or will you keep pretending you have time? The world belongs to those bold enough to claim it. If you won't step up, fight, risk everything for your life, you don't deserve it. Success doesn't wait for the hesitant. Power doesn't bow to the weak. Your time is now, not tomorrow, not someday. Now. Either rise and seize control, or stay where you are and let life crush you. Make your move, because in the end, there are only two kinds of men: those who act and those who vanish. Which one are you?